Thank you all our viewers for joining us this beautiful morning on TMI from Lagos. And this morning, of course, I'm not alone. Patricia is here. We'll be anchoring this particular program and topic together.
Thank you, Miss Elena. Thank you, Hirata from Abuja. Thank you for joining us.
And of course, we still have our guest, Dr. Victor Ohai. For those of you that didn't hear me earlier, he was recently made a UN humanitarian ambassador. Good morning
Good
once
morning.
again for coming.
Thank you for
And
having
is
me.
also a political analyst. Of course, it would help us analyze the topic we'll be having today. We're going to be talking about insecurity in Nigeria. It has been a major problem that we've been facing, and it keeps occurring and occurring. And the people, Nigerians, want a lasting solution. Today, we turn attention to one of Nigerians' most urgent challenges, insecurity from the north to the south. Nigerians continue to face a mix of terrorism, banditry, separatist violence, kidnapping, and organized crime. These threats are shaping our politics, our economic and daily lives of millions of Nigerians. In the northeast, Boko Haram and ISWAP remain active despite years of military operations. Recent clash between both groups has left hundreds of people dead and people are still dying. And in the northwest and north central, banditry is expanding, kidnapping for ransom, raiding villages, and shutting down school. I mean, we recently saw the kidnapping of the girls, the school girls that was kidnapped in Kebbi, and we've been seeing, some persons they're traveling by road, they're scared, you know, traveling by road. I saw a video of some persons traveling to Enugu, and the person, I think the people coming, they had to reach out to some persons coming and tell them you need to hold on and go back because they're kidnapping people in front. You know, you're traveling by road, you're scared, you don't know what will happen next, you don't know if you'll be kidnapped, your families, your loved ones, they're traveling, they're scared. A lot of people no longer travel by road, they travel by air. What about the people that can't afford to travel by air? The issue of insecurity has been one big major problem. Okay, what about the general that was killed? You know, that is also on ground. And we saw yesterday also in Kwara State, a church was attacked. These people, they came in, started shooting at them, stole their property. Even two persons died in that incident yesterday in Kwara. And also in Benue State, they're complaining, they're crying. Farmer herders problem. Insecurity is just a major problem in Nigeria that we've been tackling and tackling and tackling. And what will be the lasting solution? We've been crying to the government. I mean, it's still happening. Christian genocide, in Nigeria. Okay, this video, a lot of people in Nigeria have been saying that, most of the government, there's no Christian genocide. What would you have to say about this video that just happened in Kwara State yesterday? It has got a lot of people talking. So basically, that is what we'll be talking about today from Lagos. Dr. Victor Ohai, Nigeria has battled insecurity for over a decade. From your perspective, what is the single biggest driver of insecurity today in Nigeria?
Corruption.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all of this would have ended, but obviously there are people benefiting from this issue of insecurity. We have heard, what do you call it now, soldiers say to us that they have the capability, they have, they have everything it takes to wipe out or to end this insurgency and insecurity, if only their superiors will allow them.
Hmm.
Why would the superiors not allow them? It is possible that there are those who are benefiting from what is going on.
Mhm.
And for as long as you say, a place is not safe, you will get money that doesn't need to be accounted for. So why do you have security votes? Security votes is money you can spend without accounting for, because it's meant for security. You don't talk about, well, if you paid for ransom, if you paid to whatever it is, or to procure arms or whatever for police, that no account for it.
Hmm.
So there are those scaremongers who need to amplify the situation so that more money will be voted for it. If there was no insecurity, even the defense budget may be leaner than it is. Okay? So corruption is at the heart of all this, across board. When soldiers are out there in the field, their superiors allegedly, don't give them what is due to them. And they cannot question it. Many of them don't get, in fact, if they're demoralized. So for me, corruption is at the heart of it all. And a willingness on the part of government to end this. They say wherever there's a will, there's a way. Wherever there's a will, which means the willingness to end this is not there yet. Otherwise, it would have ended. If government wanted to end this, they would end it.
So you mean the governments, if they want to end it, they will end it?
They will.
Wow.
If they want this to come to an end, it will end.
So you are saying they are aware of where these bandits are, and they know how to get the bandits if they want to do that.
People in government do. Let me not speak about government general. People in government do. Look at the general that was killed. Was it not through information? I make a phone call to you. How did it leak to social media? How were they able to trace all the calls? The person is sorry, not me. I'm not the general and I'm not going to die like a chicken. Okay? I'm sorry to say this with all due respect
It wasn't just even
to
calls.
him. Because I feel saddened and angry that such a thing should happen to somebody of that caliber. And then it says, what hope is there for the rest of us? Okay? How did it leak out? We had the situation of the Americans when they were going to rescue one of their own, and then they said they were going to gas the place, go in there, rescue their people. Before they got there, all the terrorists were already wearing masks. How did the information leak? People from within government did it. In the same vein, it is also alleged, I say so, but we know these are facts, but let's use for the purpose of being responsible what we say. It is alleged that recruitment into the military, there are people within who recruit. When the recruitment is done, almost half of them, or a large number of them, after they have been trained, they disappear with uniforms and with arms. Many new vehicles that are bought for fighting insurgency, how do they get into the hands of the insurgents? Many of our people are killed in ambushes because they are betrayed by their fellow persons. So it's a big problem. It's an issue that is like, I don't know how to put it. It's a big business. Kidnapping, there are people who I don't know what to say, but
this is actually very
we're
scary.
our own enemy. They were our own enemies. The biggest problem with all of this is there is no consequence. I'll keep repeating, no consequence for bad behavior. Nobody is holding anyone accountable and responsible for what is happening. Why would I, as commander-in-chief or as your boss, send you on an assignment and you fail and you're coming to tell me stories? And remember, they're not setting targets. If the government, if the president were to say to the new chief of army staff, chief of defense staff, and the navy chief and air force chief that I'm giving you 3 months, if by so date I ever hear of any attacks on any villages, or that these terrorists are still remaining anywhere in Nigerian territory, I am removing you immediately. Let them go and relax. Give them a mandate. If they don't meet it, you remove them. The next person comes, you give them a target. They don't meet it, you remove them. By the time the third person comes, he will go and sleep in Sambisa.
Dr. Victor Ohai, if I should understand you clearly, what you're saying is there's an insider among the governments, the governments, that is giving these people, information to work with.
Even if we didn't know before, with what happened to the general, what other proof do you need?
Okay, so are you also saying the insider is in the military?
Who did that guy fool? Did he call? Was it a civilian that the brigadier fooled? Could he have fooled a civilian?
Okay, Dr. Ohai, this is actually very scary. The way you're talking and looking at me, it's quite scary. It's actually very scary. But let's look at intelligence and technology of this whole security issue. Do you think Nigeria is doing enough in intelligence gathering, or are we still fighting blindly? Because, I mean, without an intelligent gathering, we just get into the bush and then we don't know where exactly we're going to.
I really don't think it's a lack of intelligence, although we can do with superior intelligence gathering. The ones that the Americans were giving us, what did we do with it? Did we use it well or we misused it? We misused it. Information, I just gave you a story about what happened. So, but I don't think it's a lack of intelligence. It's misuse of intelligence. What happened to the brigade? I'll keep it as a classical example. Was misuse of intelligence. A man tells you he's in trouble, or that he has finished the assignment he was given. He killed the terrorists that they went to raid. He's on his way back. He says, "Please, I'm in so place. We need send the helicopter, send this in to come and take us away from this place." And then the next thing, it didn't leak to social media. The next thing we're hearing is that a brigadier has been kidnapped when nothing had happened to him yet. Is that not misuse of intelligence?
I'm going to go to Kwara State immediately. In the Ikuru community, we saw the attack yesterday in the church. It saddened when I saw the old woman who was struggling, trying to, escape. And then the information reaching us is that two men were killed and one of the vigilante group person was also injured. Now, it took a long period of time for these people to attack. What would you say happened to the police to get there on time to save these people?
When you are being attacked, when people are being attacked in their homes or on the road and they are calling the police, they show up long after everything has been done, and then at the end of the day, you end up financing the investigation on your own matter. It's sad what is happening. Let us tell the truth. There's no sugarcoating anymore. Because the reason we got to where we are is because of sugarcoating and because of collaborators in the media who are busy doing propaganda on behalf of government. We must not hide anything anymore. If people are dying, they're dying. If they're killing people, they're killing people. We cannot pretend otherwise. Okay? What happened in Kwara is really, 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 really sad. That such a thing should have taken place. And then gunshots are not where I stay. From the express, when there's a gunshot, we hear. From a distance, you will hear.
So that's the question.
So when you hear that, are they pretending they are not aware? If anybody knows gunshot, it is the military and the police. They know better than us. What we might think is knockout, but they know. And they can even tell you the kind difference. Of, they know the difference, and they can tell you the kind of arm. Should they not swing into action?
Okay. That's why I'm asking. Do you think it was because of lack of transport to get there? Maybe vehicle or no fuel in their car, like they always give excuses, or they do not have the weapons to go fight this bandit?
I don't sympathize with the police when they talk about this. Let me tell you something sad that happened several years ago. You remember the Algon Jeeps, the Land Cruisers, 777 that were dominated by local government chairmen, the association of our country. Gave those Jeeps, I don't know if you recall those Jeeps.
Yes.
Do you know what the police did with them? People, all of them across, most of them. They carried the engine of those things. I went and sold them. Carried second-hand one to put in that thing. Carried tires. I went and sold them and put. Those things didn't last. These are Jeeps that should have lasted. They should have been working till now. For how long can we continue to pad and manage the police? Are they children? Are they the only ones in this country? Are they the only civil servants or people, government workers in this country? They say they are not well paid. These people are not well paid. They are not. What, are they the only ones? It's not the same market all of us go to. Their salaries are above average. Yes, they put their lives on the line. But also, when they don't do their jobs, our lives are on the line.
Exactly.
We cannot continue to patch these things. People should be held responsible. There must be consequence for bad behavior. You catch them taking bribe. You are taking bribe. Is it not the same salary all of us? You are any better than other civil servants. And then you are busy on the road taking bribe, collecting tolls every day. Now you waka come, excuse me. We cannot continue this way.
Yeah, exactly, Dr. Victor. We cannot continue this way in Nigeria. You know, consequences. Anybody, like you said, displeased people, they are caught doing some certain things. There should be consequences.
Yes.
Right. All right. What has got a lot of people talking on social media, on the internet, is the fact that most of these bandits, whenever they are committing the crime or the atrocity, killing people, they are always like making a video. Is it that, I don't know, like you said earlier, that most of those people in the government or military or whatsoever, they're working with these bandits? Is it that they're making a video, like, okay, posting it out there, nothing is going to happen, or they are trying to tell these people that this thing is actually happening, is real, you know, Christian genocide, like the Kwara, what happened yesterday in Kwara State? It was actually one of the bandits that was making the video. And it has got a lot of people talking, and that's got me thinking, why would they be committing this crime or this atrocity? And they are making videos to put it out there that we are the one doing it. You know, they are not even scared at this point.
Because there is no consequence for bad behavior. They know that they are untouchable. They know that nobody can do anything to them. They know they have people inside who are speaking for them.
They have backends.
Yes. Otherwise, what would you want to show your face and say, you know? And don't tell me people don't know where these people are. People know where they are. Go and ask someone like Gumi, who is always interfacing with them. Government know about, he's there, moving up and down freely. He's untouchable.
I mean, we've seen a couple of videos where they are coming out to say that they are negotiating with them.
Yes, if you can meet them and negotiate with them, obviously you know where they are. You know who they are. Can government not call them, meet him and say, look, take us to where these people are, give us information?
Okay.
Why should some people be untouchable? Or some sectors of the country be untouchable? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Then, Doctor, talking about the untouchable, very recently, the American president, Donald Trump, had threatened that he wants to come and, you know, help with the genocide with the Christianity. And then our president responded and said they are on top of it. That he says we are on top of it.
About 145 people have been captured within the last 1 week.
So this is my question. That period, at least for a few days, we saw that actions were being taken.
Which action?
At least we saw that it was reduced for a few days.
What was
but
reduced?
For the past few, but some days backward now, it has
reinforced.
Yes, and I think, I don't know if these people went to reinforce to let Donald Trump know that you can do us nothing. It's that the situation right now. Are they reinforcing and going to churches to kill Christians to tell Donald Trump?
In fact, there's even more reason now for Trump to come.
Yeah, exactly.
There's much more reason now for him to come. People say, oh no, let him not come, let him not come. The truth is this. Human life should be the concern of human beings everywhere in the world. Just like if there's famine in any country, the rest of the world should not stand aside and watch people die. They should intervene, donate food and all that. In the same way, if killing is happening anywhere in the world, don't tell me about sovereignty. The rest of the world must go there and save people, lives that are being killed.
I mean, we saw the newly elected PDP chairman came out to say that Donald Trump should come and, you know, help Nigerians. And a lot of persons were saying, why would he be calling Donald Trump? Why did he not call on
If you are irresponsible, if you don't know how to run a government, then somebody should show you.
He was actually pleading on democracy, that the democracy
to save democracy in
Nigeria.
Yes, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Okay, Doctor, we also heard that the 25 female students that were adopted in Kebbi State, one of them escaped. Now, the same thing happened during the Chibok girls. One of them escaped, which you said earlier on, she's in the US. Now we have a girl that have escaped.
Not one, a couple of
them. Okay, so now we have one of the girls escaped amongst the 5 adopted female students. Would you say the security agencies are not doing their job? Because, like I said, intelligence, this is where intelligence comes in. You'll be expecting the security agents to sit her down, you know, tell us what's their movement like, what's their communication like, and all that. But they are not doing that.
The minute this happens, there are satellites. The minute you get this news, You cannot move anonymously now. When you see people moving, I mean, even drone technology has gone it's now so sophisticated that we don't even have an excuse. Okay? And then if you don't have a satellite to be able to monitor this thing, and we have our satellite, I don't know, we put in so much more, I don't know what we're using it for. Why don't you, even if you have to pay for intelligence from the Americans or whatever, say, please help us monitor. Let's see, where are these people going to? Movement in Zambisa. Zambisa is like a wilderness. It's not where people really live. Any movement can be seen. These people move in convoy. You see their motorcycles and all that.
Yeah.
They can be traced. We have seen satellite images, right? I can see my house on Google Map. Yes, Google Map now. Not, I mean, Google, what's it now? Is it Google Satellite? Or right up to my house, I can see, zero in on it. How much more? So what are we talking about?
So you think the girl is scared to come out to speak?
I'm not saying she's scared to speak. I'm hoping that whatever information she gives, they actually use it. So but is there a willingness? I talk about willingness. Okay. Wherever there's a will, there's a way. Is there willingness on part of government? I still doubt it. I still doubt it. Because Abacha said it, and the other rank soldiers have, those soldiers without, the ones, they have said it that they know that they are capable of routing out these guys. They know what they are the ones they are the boots on the ground. And that if they are, Ogas allow them, they will finish these people. Why are the Ogas not allowing them?
So what is the interest of the Ogas not allowing
I've talked about corruption. As long as this persists, there will be people who will gain. People will supply arms. People will be receiving money. People will be collecting allowances that are meant for those soldiers, those boots on the ground. There is corruption. That is a problem, pure and simple.
So because of their personal interest, because
yes,
of their
people can die.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so Doctor, why is the banditry in the northwest and insurgency in the northeast still thriving despite heavy military spending? Just like you said, corruption.
Corruption. No matter how we look at it, it's corruption. This we are calling genocide is all about corruption. How do these people manage to get our arms? How do they? A lot of this ransom money you are seeing, there are people who are giving information to these people. People who are letting them pass so that the money can go, who are benefiting from the system. There are people within who know, but they cannot act or they're not doing anything. People are complicit.
Dr. Victor, we saw yesterday that Atiku Abubakar came out to blame the government. I mean, our president, saying that about the adoption of the 25 Kebi girls, saying it's a sign of Nigerians' worsening security crisis. What is your take?
I agree with him, but as usual, they will dismiss it. They will dismiss it as a ranting of a frustrated opposition leader.
Yeah.
That's the way they will dismiss it, which is really, really sad. I said this government is living in denial. And this is happening. The answer is yes. They are busy traveling to Washington here and there. They want to go and they're using it as an opportunity again to travel, to say, we want to go and talk to Trump, we want to go and talk to this and instead of doing what they should do.
I mean, the president sent the vice president to go to Kebbi because of this issue.
If it was important enough, he will cancel his trip to the G20 and go there. Because there is a precedence. He didn't go to the United Nations General Assembly meeting.
He sent
delegates. And that is even more important than the G20 meeting. He didn't go for that one. He delegated. Now people are dying. He's going for that one and he's not sending
Doctor, I'm going to call your attention back to the time of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, where this insurgency was happening too. And we had the present president now coming out to speak against the president as at that time. And he also said if he was given the opportunity to rule, he would end insurgency in some months. He also went on to say that any sane president won't have one of his citizens being kidnapped or being killed. But this is happening in his time now. And right now he's in South Africa to attend to G20. What's your take on this?
It's the reason why this government does not have my sympathy. Because if you could theorize about what to do, it means you have had enough time to think about it. how to deal with this matter all these years. Now the opportunity has come. So it's not just new to you. You could have thought about solutions all this while. Why has nothing changed almost 2 years down? Not just 2 years, 10 years. Because Buhari was part of the critics as well. 8 years, a whole general lacked ideas, did nothing to end. They will say the thing has been minimized. Who is talking about minimizing? Which sane country will allow things like to fester for so long? Yes, Jonathan was a civilian. Maybe he was a bloody civilian. I didn't know what to do. But what about the general? And then the people who were all the strategists and talking, who were talking all this. Look at where we are today. Is this a country? Can we continue like this? How many countries can survive what we are going through? Insurgents are ruling. They are the ones in control. Insurgents are ruling. Let's make no mistake about it.
And then my fear now is this is a seasonal period, and a lot of families like to travel to their hometown. This is the time they want to be with their families and rest. What do you think the military should put in place, at least to secure this period?
If this trend continues, it will be difficult to trust anything that is put in place. Because with all the presence, so-called, of the military in the northeast, northwest, and all that, all these things are happening every day. I, for one, it will be difficult to to enter the road with this kind of situation. I wouldn't even advise it for anybody. And yet we have a government. It shouldn't be so.
Dr.
People
Victor,
cannot travel
do you
anymore.
think, people are scared to travel. And the funniest thing now is a lot of people are scared to travel via road. And recently, the cost of flights is alarming. So people that have the money, they can travel by air. What about the people that do not have the money? How do we survive in the country? And like I always say, insecurity is a major problem. How can we do you think insecurity we can tackle it in this country?
Where there's
Yes,
a
to
will,
come.
there's a way. The answer is yes. Where there's a willingness, where there are consequences for bad behavior, where people are held responsible, it will come to an end. Set targets, deadlines. If you cannot set deadline, then you don't want it to end. Set deadline. Appoint people and make sure that they do it. If they don't do it, remove them till you get the person who can finally do it.
And now they're not setting deadlines because they're
No,
actually benefiting.
of course. It's beneficial to certain people.
Okay, Doctor, trying to round off now. Let's look at the possible long-term solutions. Okay, so what structural reforms are necessary to reverse the rising insecurity trend? If there's a structural reforms that could be put in place.
One, I think it was on this program I talked about recruiting. Senate was talking about recruiting. When we're doing, was it this program? I was a bit on several programs. Recruiting 100,000 people into the military. It would have been great because it means there's more people. First of all, it will reduce unemployment. Two, it will reinforce the strength of the military or police, as the case may be. But where there's a breach, my fear is even if you recruit the 100,000, only 40,000 may remain because the recruiters themselves are agents of the terrorists.
You said so.
And then you will find them again, they will train people again who will go and reinforce and then come back to fight.
What about state police?
The issue of state police, see, only where there's a will, no matter what you do, if you like, give us all the arms, bring all the people here. We have said, the soldiers have told us, the boots on the ground have told us that if they want this thing to end today, it will end. So in terms of structure, first, it should start from a willingness. Before we even talk about any fiscal, structural things we are putting in place, because we can buy all the arms. We bought arms. The Tucano jets we bought, what have we done with it? You must say that if we have that, we have finished them. Has it finished anybody? The same Tucano jets that they deprived Jonathan from getting. Buhari got it. What has it ended it? So none of that structural thing works. The wall of China, they said it was very secure in its time, but every time it was impregnated, it was due to human factor, where the man at the gate will betray. That's how they have always been. penetrated that fort, that so-called impregnable wall of defense.
All
There's
right.
always a human factor.
All right.
So any structure without a human factor is no structure.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Victor Ohai, for helping us analyzing this topic. Patricia?
Yeah, I would have loved to ask you, as Nigerians, what do you think we should do for ourselves? But we do not have that time. We'll do that same next time.
All
Thank
right,
you for
thank you
joining.
all our viewers for joining us this beautiful morning from our Lagos Network studio. I am Marcelina Unkwa. We would be handing over to Benin for the continuation on TMI. Do stay.